speak of the devil, joining us now on set, member of the Finance Committee, Republican Senator Rob Portman of Ohio. How are you?
I'm good, Mika. How are you?
Were your ears burning?
They would be, but he's right there.
They're still burning.
Yeah.
So we were talking off camera. You and Jean Shaheen actually have an energy efficiency bill teamed up with Keystone that you think could possibly even get 60, 63, 67 votes to override a veto.
No, I do. Look, I wish we had passed Keystone last night. I do think it's a no-brainer. I really do. It adds jobs, as the ambassador was talking about. It's better for the environment than trucks and trains.
But what's the energy efficiency side of this that the president would like?
Well, look, we have a huge opportunity in this country to be more efficient, so not just produce more energy, which I'm for, but also use it more efficiently and create more jobs and also, help on the environment. That bill has come to the floor twice. Harry Reid did not allow amendments, so Republicans understandably blocked it. But I think there's a very good chance we'll bring that up in January. And in the past, we've talked about combining the two.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. There's other things we ought to do in energy as well in terms of permitting. There are a lot of federal regulations that are getting in the way of not just oil and gas, but also wind and solar. So, look, I think there's an opportunity. I'm excited about it, getting this majority and doing some things.
What would be the difference in what didn't pass last night, especially environmentally in terms of the concerns? Is there something that really makes this work for both sides?
Well, the energy efficiency bill is one that's very popular among folks who are concerned about emissions, in addition to those concerned about jobs. So it's a good way to sort of bridge the gap. But second, it's just more time will have elapsed for the president's process. It's gone on for 6 years now, which I think would help the White House. And it's the right thing to do. I mean, what we ought to be focused on is how to get wages up, get benefits up, get jobs, and this does it. I mean, it's not just the immediate jobs. Yeah. You make the point it's going to 42,000 jobs right away. But it's manufacturing jobs in my home state of Ohio, and it is more jobs in refinery, and it's a lot more oil from the Bakken, which is in North Dakota, not
North Dakota. I know. The Canadian ambassador was very excited to find out that actually Canada has annexed 2 states.
He has more land.
So he has more land to play with.
I love being lectured by a Canadian about what we ought to do here in America. He's absolutely right.
He is right.
Nice guy.
Let me ask you about shutdown politics and immigration. John Thune said something this past weekend that his office says was taken out of context.
Yeah, they really pushed back.
Where he said that John's against government shutdown, said it's counterproductive, but said talks were ongoing. He opposes a government shutdown, and the suggestion was that it's not being considered. Is there talk, other than Ted Cruz, in the Senate about the possibility of responding to the president's executive action with a government shutdown?
There may be talk, but no one in the leadership on the Republican side wants to see a shutdown.
Is it going to happen?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
There's no way. No way.
Why would you shut down? If the immigration, which I hope the president does not move forward with executive action. It would be crazy to do this after this election, particularly. And I also believe it's illegal because it's doing something that has to do with prosecutorial discretion within DACA, this issue on dependent children. It shouldn't be applied to 5 million people. That's not the way the law is written.
If it is, though, there won't be a government shutdown.
No, I mean, even if he were to do it before December 11th, which is when we have to kind of re-up the continuing resolution to fund the government, you could take just the parts on immigration and say, let's just put that off for a month and see what happens.
But if you think it's illegal, don't you have some sort of obligation?
Well, the president thinks it's illegal.
No, well, he has said that
it was illegal.
Let's stipulate that, but let's say he does go forward with it.
A change of heart.
Yeah, fine, let's stipulate it. But let's say he does go forward with it. Let's say he does go forward with it, and you just said it. You said it's illegal. Don't you have some sort of obligation to stop it? And if so, what do you do?
Well, I think there'll be lawsuits filed.
You do?
Oh, yeah, I think so. But look, it would be much smarter for him to say, the American people have spoken, let's try to work together. I mean, if anything, this election said, Washington is broken, it's dysfunctional, why can't you guys work together? This is a great example. Congress hasn't even been sworn in yet. Let's wait till January 6th. And let's be sure that Republicans also, work with him on this. We have to have better enforcement. We have to deal with the people who are here. We all know that. Let's try to work together rather than making it almost impossible. He'll poison the well if he does it.
But, Senator, before America spoke in November, the Senate spoke on immigration by passing a bipartisan bill. Why hasn't there been a greater effort by Republican senators as well as Democrat senators, including the White House, to emphasize that to House members to sort of push or help maneuver within the Republican caucus to give Boehner the space to bring that vote to the floor? Because it would pass, wouldn't it, in the House, that Senate bill? It was, you know, Rubio stuck it out there on the line, paid a price with the base.
Would that pass in the House?
In the new Congress, I don't know, Joe. Probably would have in the old Congress, but I don't know that it would in the new Congress.
Should John Boehner put it out for a vote, your friend John Boehner?
No, I mean, I think we ought to do more enforcement. I mean, I voted against the Senate bill because it does not have adequate enforcement. I believe that strongly. I was actually part of this commission that put together the 86 bill way back in the day, and the problem there, the last time we enforced immigration was...
You're old.
Yeah, I'm old. But
oh my.
Senator Ross.
All these folks legalized, and there wasn't the adequate enforcement in place, and 6 million people came illegally.
All right.
So you got to have better enforcement. But you can. There's a way to get there.
Thank you for coming on. It's always good to see you.
Love to have you here.
Senator Ross.